There are moments in life when the path ahead seems completely hidden, when every step feels uncertain, and the weight of the unknown presses heavily on our hearts. In those seasons, fear often whispers that we're lost or forgotten, that nothing is changing, and that God must be silent. But the truth is far greater than our fears. God is never caught off guard. He sees the end from the beginning, and walks ahead of us into every tomorrow. When we don't have the answers, when plans fall through, and when prayers seem unanswered, we can still rest in the assurance that He is already working behind the scenes. The same God who parted the Red Sea for Moses, who led the Israelites by cloud and fire, who lifted Joseph from prison to the palace, is still at work today. His timing is not our timing, and His ways are not our ways, but His presence is constant. Sometimes, He doesn't show us a whole road because He's calling us to walk by faith, not by sight. It's in those moments of mystery that our trust in Him is forged. Trust doesn't mean having all the details. It means believing that even in silence, God is speaking, guiding, and preparing something good. Faith doesn't erase the fog, but it gives us confidence that there's a path beneath our feet, even if we can't see it yet. That's why we can start each morning with a heart that says, Lord, I don't know what today holds, but I trust You're already there. When fear knocks, when confusion sets in, when we're tempted to panic because we can't predict what's next, that's our cue to remember who God is. He's not reacting to our circumstances. He's orchestrating them. He's not trying to figure it out. He already has. He's not watching from a distance. He's walking with us. Maybe you're in a place right now where the silence feels deafening, where God seems hidden and the future uncertain. But the silence is not abandonment. It might be your training ground. God might be shaping your faith in the shadows. He may be preparing you for something bigger than you can imagine. You don't need to have it all figured out today. You don't need a 5-year plan. All you need is to believe that your next step is held by a God who has already been where you're going. There's peace in that. Peace that passes understanding. Peace that stands guard over your heart and mind, even when the questions remain. That peace doesn't come from knowing the outcome. It comes from knowing the one who holds the outcome. So breathe today. Exhale the fear. Release the pressure. Let go of the need to control everything. Whisper, God, I trust You, even through your tears. Because trust isn't about certainty. It's about surrender. And when we surrender need to know, we discover a deeper truth. We are never alone in the dark. The same God who stood with Daniel in the lion's den, who comforted David in the valley of the shadow, who carried the cross up the hill of Calvary, is the same God who walks beside you now. You don't have to see the whole picture to take the next step. You just have to trust the one who painted the canvas. And He is faithful. He is good. He is already in the future you're worried about. So whatever today brings, questions, uncertainty, or silence, remind your soul, God's already there. Worry is a thief that robs us of today while offering nothing for tomorrow. It fills our minds with what-ifs and our hearts with anxiety, convincing us that unless we solve everything now, our future will fall apart. But the truth that brings peace and power is this. God is already in your tomorrow. He's not pacing heaven, wondering how things will unfold. He's not caught off guard by the challenges you haven't yet seen. In fact, the same God who faithfully walked with you through yesterday is already standing in the middle of your next chapter, holding solutions to problems you haven't even encountered yet. Jesus said in Matthew 6 verse 34, Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. That wasn't just advice. It was an invitation to freedom. Worry can't change what's coming, but trust in God can change how we walk into it. When we let go of control and give tomorrow back to the one who already knows it, something miraculous happens. Peace begins to settle in our souls. We begin to live from a place of rest, not restlessness. The pressure to figure it all out lifts because we finally realize it's not all on us. God has already stepped into the places we're afraid of. He's already made provision. He's already lined up grace, strength, help, and open doors. And the beauty is, He gives us what we need one day at a time. We aren't built to carry the weight of the future all at once. God designed us to walk in daily dependence on Him. Like manna in the wilderness, He gives us just enough for today, and tomorrow, He'll do it again. So the key is not to sprint ahead in fear, but to stay rooted in today with faith. Our job isn't to predict the future. It's to trust the Father. It's to live present in the moment, leaning into his promises, listening for his voice, and following his lead. Anxiety will tell you that everything will fall apart if you're not in control. But faith reminds you that everything holds together because God is in control. And he's never failed. Not once. From the beginning of creation to the resurrection of Christ to every victory in your life, he has shown up again and again, right on time. Maybe you're facing a job transition, a health crisis, a strained relationship, or just a season of the unknown. Maybe your nights are restless and your thoughts won't quiet down. I get it. Life can feel overwhelming. But I want you to breathe for a moment and let this truth settle deep into your soul. God is not limited by time like we are. He exists outside of it, while we're confined to the seconds ticking by. He's already at the finish line, cheering us on, securing every detail. Your future is not floating in uncertainty. It is firmly held in the hands of the Almighty. So instead of letting worry lead the conversation in your mind, let worship rise. Replace your what if with even if. Even if things don't go how you planned, God is still good. Even if you face challenges, he is still with you. Even if you feel weak, he will be your strength. Start your day declaring that God is with you, and end your day trusting that he's already where you're going next. That kind of faith doesn't come from ignoring problems. It comes from focusing on the problem solver. Every time fear tries to grip you with lies about the future, answer it with God's word. He said he would never leave you or forsake you. He promised to direct your path, supply all your needs, and work all things together for your good. That includes the things you can't yet see. You don't have to wake up tomorrow and create your own peace. Just show up with faith, and God will meet you there. He's already in your appointments, already in your decisions, already standing in your victory. So lift your head, steady your heart, and walk boldly into today. Tomorrow is already spoken for, already covered, already filled with the grace you'll need when you get there. Don't waste a day trying to live in a day that hasn't arrived yet. Give God your tomorrow and watch how he brings peace to your today.